All right, listen up, because most guys have no idea how to kiss a girl in a way that makes her absolutely obsessed with you. They either wait too long or they rush things through and they kill the vibe. But gentlemen, there is one move that just takes a couple of seconds that flips that internal switch deep inside of her almost instantly. And this isn't just some generic kiss, all right? It is the spark that hijacks her brain, floods her body with adrenaline, and makes her crave you like a drug. And done right, this doesn't just turn her on, all right? It rewires her emotions. It burns you deep inside of her memory, and it locks you in as the guy that she cannot stop thinking about, while every other guy she meets just feels boring in comparison. And how do I know? Well, I've been coaching men for over 2 decades now, and I've seen every single wrong way this has been taught. And I guarantee that 99% of you gentlemen have never seen it done in this particular way. So picture this. You're out with a girl, and the bar is buzzing, the music's pumping, she's laughing at your dumb jokes. But the problem is, the night ends not with a kiss, but an awkward hug. And you walk away kicking yourself, wondering if you just got friend zoned. And it's that sting, that frustration. I know you know it all too well. But after today, gentlemen, that moment never happens again. Because I'm going to show you right here the no-lose kiss formula. So here's why this is different. Even if she hesitates, you still win. So I'm going to break this down step by step in such detail that if you just watch this video all the way to the end, there's no way you can mess the kiss up. Even if you are a shy guy, even if you have never properly kissed a girl before in your entire life. Hell, even if you're a skinny geek with these pencil arms and garlic breath and you're sitting across from Kim Kardashian herself, you can still pull this kiss off. Now, what shocks me is that I talk to dudes all the time who tell me, hey, Jesse, I was on my 3rd date and I finally kissed the girl. I mean, come on, 3rd date, guys? That's absolutely insane. You should be able to kiss a girl within the first 40 minutes of the first date every single time. And if that's not happening, something very wrong is going on. Something is going terribly haywire here. So let's find out right now. I want you to be honest with me here. Drop it down in the comments below. I want to see how many of you go for the kiss on the first date. Do you kiss a girl on the first date, or does it take you 2 or 3 or even 4 dates to kiss the girl? I want you to leave it in the comments below because I want to know. So before I show you the move, guys, there's 2 reasons why you want to kiss a girl, and this is super important. You got to listen to this. When you kiss a woman, it signals to her that you're the type of guy that makes bold moves. It signals to her that you are the type of guy who goes for what he wants, that you are a sexual guy, that you don't try to hide your dick, that you're creating this man-to-woman interaction and you just go for it. And that's really important, especially for a young, beautiful woman. And when you don't kiss her, she's going to categorize you as a nice guy. She's going to want to put you into that nice guy box. And once you're inside of that box, it's very difficult to get out of it. Now, there is an exception here, okay? If she's an older woman, say her 40s and 50s, and she's a single mom, she's in some financial trouble, and like, you're a cool guy, you look good, you can spit some game, you don't necessarily have to kiss her, okay? She's going to let it slide. But guys, especially if she's a younger woman in her 20s, in her prime, a beautiful woman, her phone is blowing up with guys trying to get into her pants, she's just going to think to herself, well, we didn't kiss. I guess I didn't have chemistry with him. There was no chemistry there. Something is going to feel like it's missing, and she very well may never give you a second chance. Now, the second reason that you definitely want to kiss that girl, gentlemen, is because of actualization. Okay, you actualize her attraction for you. I'm going to say that again. You actualize her attraction. In other words, it becomes more real to her. Instead of her attraction being some ephemeral feeling that comes and goes, Now it feels real. It feels locked in. She starts to think to herself, well, I kissed him, so I must like him. I kissed him, so I must like him. So the kiss is essentially proof. The kiss is evidence. The kiss is like this receipt that her attraction for you was real. But when you fail to kiss her, all right, when you don't kiss her, when you don't make that bold move, what she tends to think is she goes home and she rationalizes to herself later, well, we didn't really have chemistry. Yeah, I kind of liked him, but that emotion is fleeting. When you're not there in front of her, out of sight, out of mind, she starts to think, well, maybe I didn't really like him as much as I thought. And that's when you get ghosted. So you want to think of the kiss as locking her in, locking her attraction into something more concrete and real and steady. So I'm going to show you how to execute that kiss in just a second. But gentlemen, this is the first rule about the kiss. If she's on a date with you, it means she likes you. I'm going to say that again. This is so key. It's so important. Guys don't really understand this. If she is on a date with you, it means she already likes you. Just think about it. She spent an hour putting on her makeup, and she's a pretty girl. She probably spent an hour picking out the perfect outfit. She carved out half her day just to show up on the date with you. So she's already invested a lot, meaning you are now in the power position, all right? You are in the power position. You have that winning upper hand going into the date. And yet most guys, instead of playing offense with that winning hand, on the first date, they are playing defense. They're too timid. They're overly careful. They are tiptoeing around the girl. They're playing it too conservative when they have the winning hand. So you need to start to shift your mindset. And instead of being conservative, you want to start to put your foot down on that gas pedal and start racing that car around the track as fast as possible. You want to start making bold physical moves on that date and go for the kiss fast and go for the kiss early. All right, gentlemen, so the first step of the kiss actually begins with something called sexual tension. And how much sexual tension you have with the girl wholly determines how easy it's going to be to kiss her. So if you have no sexual tension with the girl, say a 0 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10 sexual tension, kissing the girl is going to feel really forced. It's going to feel really awkward, really weird, like this big jump. And you're going to see it in her face. When there's no sexual tension there, you're going to see her on guard. You're going to see a skepticism in her face, like she's too serious. It's going to be too difficult to kiss her. But when you have heavy sexual tension with the woman, now that kiss will feel like the most natural thing in the world. It's going to feel inevitable, like the natural next step of what you're supposed to do. And you're going to see that anticipation in the girl's face where she wants you to kiss her. And the short definition of sexual tension is you want to build up this anticipation in the woman to get this release, but she cannot have it yet. You are denying it to her. There's anticipation for something that she wants, and you take it away from her. And this is the key emotion, the key feeling you want her to feel building up to the kiss. And what I recommend is from minute number 1 of that date, right away, you're already building sexual tension. So the first minute of the date, you want the sexual tension to be a 1 out of 10. And then as the date goes on, you're gradually turning the heat up. You are gradually turning the dial up. The 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10 sexual tension. And I have dozens of ways, dozens of techniques and tactics for building sexual tension with a woman. I can't give them to you right now. We'll be here all day. But if you're interested in learning how, you can go right here to attractionzilla.com and I can teach you everything I know. So the first ingredient you need, guys, is sexual tension. That's key. But the second ingredient you need is close proximity. Close proximity, that's something that most guys don't consider, yet it is key. Like if you're on a date with a girl and you're sitting across from her, across the table, not only is it so difficult now to build sexual tension with her, good luck trying to kiss her. Good luck trying to lean across the table and kiss her. It's not going to happen. So you need to position yourself correctly here. So my personal recommendation of what you should do if you find yourself sitting across from the girl and you're lacking that proximity is 5 minutes into the date, 10 minutes into the date, you excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. So you get up, you leave, and when you come back, you simply change your chair. You sit down next to her at a 90-degree angle, where now you can easily lean in and kiss her, and you're closer to her. And boom, the problem is solved. It's really that easy. It's a matter of taking charge and changing the logistics in your favor. All right, now that you've built up the sexual tension, you've got the proper proximity, you're in close, what you can do now is you can test the waters. So before you kiss the girl, you can test her compliance with what I call the phantom kiss move. And the way this works is you're gonna lean in almost like you're gonna go in for the kiss, but instead of going in for the kiss, you're gonna lean in and just start talking to her ear. You're gonna lean in, like tell her a little secret, tell her a little something, brushing your lips up against her ear so lightly. But this is a good move for reading her. You wanna see what she does. When you lean in to talk into her ear, does she pull her head away? Does she jerk back, or does she lean in and enjoy it? And if she leans in and she enjoys you talking into her ear, that's a huge sign that she's going to be compliant to move on to the fourth step and actually kiss the girl. So now the fourth step, now we get on to the kiss itself. This is exciting. You want to use what's called a bridge line. A bridge line, guys, this is key. A bridge line is that smooth transition between talking to the girl and kissing the girl. You need to have that bridge line. And I have about 20 different bridge lines. I'm going to give you one right now because the video would be too long otherwise. If you want the other ones, go here to attractionzilla.com and sign up for coaching with me. So a very simple bridge line you can use. And bridge lines come in different flavors to be used in different situations. They accomplish different things. But a very simple bridge line you can use is simply to tell her, so Sarah, I think you like a take charge kind of guy. Am I right? And 99% of girls will say yes. They're going to say, yeah, I like a take charge kind of guys. And then you tell her, all right, great. Close your eyes. So here's exactly what's going on here. When you tell her, you know, Sarah, I bet you like a take charge kind of guy. Am I right? What you're doing here is you are imposing an identity frame onto her. You want her to verbally agree that yes, she likes bold men who go for what they want. That yes, she likes a take charge kind of guy, the kind of guy that would just kiss her, the kind of guy that goes for what he wants. You want her to agree to that. Now, when you tell her, okay, close your eyes, that's essentially a compliance test. If she does not close her eyes, it means she was not ready to be kissed yet. If she does close her eyes, it means that subconsciously she wants to be kissed. So when you tell her to close her eyes, you know, these girls aren't dumb. They know what's up. Subconsciously, she knows what's going to happen. So what you're doing is you are taking the responsibility off of her shoulders because you want her to feel like it just happened. All right, had to flip the board because we ran out of space. It's a big topic, but it's worth it, so stick with me here, guys. Now, if she does not close her eyes when you tell her to, because you're going to tell her, close your eyes. If she doesn't at that point, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. That's why this is a risk-free kiss move. All you do is you just abort. You simply don't go through with it. If she doesn't close her eyes, if she keeps her eyes open, now you can just tease her. Huh? And you thought I was about to kiss you? Damn, you sure are full of yourself, girl. And she's going to laugh. The attraction is going to spike. But you're still good because in the back of her mind, she kind of knew what you were up to. And you showed her that you're a man. You are willing to go for it. You're willing to make the bold move. Now, what happens in this scenario? What if you tell her to close her eyes and she complies? She closes her eyes. But as you lean in to give her a kiss, she pulls her head away at the last moment. What do you do then? It's not a problem either. Because instead of kissing her lips, you just give her a light kiss on the neck. That's the only difference. Even if she turns her head, you kiss her on the cheek, you kiss her on the neck. So no matter what happens, you still win. No matter how she reacts, you still win. There's no loss here, there's no risk. Now, the final step, guys, this is your power move. This is what makes this whole thing different from any other kiss. And that is, you need to pull back first, gentlemen. This is key. This is so important. This is what makes it work. You need to pull back first from the kiss, because your objective here is to create sexual tension where you give her a little taste of something and you take it away. You create denial and leave her wanting more. And I call this the pull away power move. The pull away power move, guys, it is key. Now, the mistake most guys make is they just kiss the girl too long. The typical guy is like this thirsty man crawling through a desert, begging for water. And as soon as he kisses the girl, he cannot stop. He wants to keep kissing and keep kissing and keep kissing. But that breaks all the sexual tension. You need to leave her wanting more. So that's not going to be you. What you're going to do instead is you're going to kiss her lightly for a couple of seconds. Just a couple of seconds, a light kiss, just long enough for her to start to kiss you back. And once you feel that she's starting to kiss you back, that's when you softly disengage the kiss. You just softly disengage the kiss. You pull away first. And you might even tell her, all right, that's enough for now. I don't want you getting too excited. That's enough for now. Don't get too greedy. But you have to pull it away. You got to leave her wanting more. That is the key to building sexual tension and a fantastic first kiss. And look what you've just done. When you pull that kiss away and you tell her, all right, that's enough for now. Don't get greedy. I don't want you getting too excited. You've just flipped the frame on that girl. You've now positioned her as the sexual aggressor. She is the one who's turned on. She is the one wanting more. And that's how you build sexual tension with her, gentlemen. Giving her a little taste, you're giving her a little hit of that drug, and then you take it away, leaving her wanting more and more and more. So listen, guys, if you're still fumbling around with that kiss, waiting until the third date like some nice guy, you don't need more pickup lines. You don't need another theory book. You need a rewiring of how you move with women. Because let's be real here. Most men fall flat on their faces when it comes to attraction. They hesitate, they play defense, they hide behind these boring conversations, praying that the girl's gonna like him, and then they wonder why the younger, beautiful women just vanish, ghost him. And you've seen it and you've lived it. Because here's the truth. Women don't want safe, gentlemen. They don't want forgettable. They want a man who makes them feel these intense emotions. They want a man who builds tension with them. They want a man that flips that obsession switch hard inside their mind. And that's exactly what I teach you how to do in my private coaching program. It's called the 4 S's of obsession. This is the operating system of attraction, gentlemen. And once you install it, everything else runs smoothly. You'll know exactly how to kiss her so that she's chasing you. You'll know exactly what to say to her so that she invests in you. And you'll know exactly how to build tension so strong she feels like it was her idea to escalate on you. All you have to do is go right here to attractionzilla.com. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Watch the free video you see over there, fill out the short application, and book a free strategy call with me. And once you get inside, you're going to be inside the War Lab. And the War Lab is my private brotherhood, where you're surrounded by other men on the same mission as yourself, men who are done with settling, done with being ignored, done wasting years on women who don't respect them. So just picture it. It's you, side by side with a crew of men leveling up in every single way, breaking their old patterns, locking in results, and finally dating the girls you really want. So if you want to get really serious about dating that beautiful, young, sweet, loyal girlfriend, the type of girlfriend you've always wanted your entire life, go right here to attractionzilla.com, book a call with me, and we'll get you squared away in just a couple of weeks. Now, guys, since you've enjoyed this video so much, you gotta watch this one next. This is the innocent little touch move you can use on good girls to get them instantly horny for you. Maybe there's a female friend you like, or a girl at work, or a girl at school. Maybe there's a girl you know. You want to do a little something more with her. Just use this innocent little touch move. She's never going to notice. It's completely covert, and she will start to develop feelings for you. So go watch it right now.